できたら教えてください。Okay, are you ready? Okay, so let's start.
Hello everyone, I'm Ryoto Koga, Leon Kajihara, Yugo Kimura. We are Kaho High School students. We will talk about video games. The presentation consists of 4 topics: history of games, changing analog games to digital games, development of game devices, and people's current video games lives. First, let's talk about history of games. Did you know that the world's first game machine created 100 years ago? The first computer game machine was a chess machine made for Leonard Torres Quevedo. This was a fully automatic device for chess game in which an electrically powered mechanical puppet identified the position of the piece on the chessboard and calculated the next move and automatically moved the arm to move the pieces. Although it was a completely analog circuit, it was programmed to operate the machine. OXO is a computer game that was developed over 70 years ago by a student at Cambridge University. Construction began 10 years earlier and was used until July 1958. OXO was not sold to the public and could only be played with special permission because computers and games were intended for academic research. Magnavox Odyssey was the world's first home game console. The Odyssey built-in table tennis game had a strong influence on Nolan Bushnell, who later founded Atari, which was the world's first commercially successful video game.
Changing analog games to digital games. There were 2 benefits to digital games. First, be able to play long distance. Second, adding big reaction and effect. So people began to change from analog games to digital games. Next, let's talk about that relationship between OXO and Odyssey. In 1916, color TV was developed. Also, electronic calculator, electronic calculator was developed in 1963. OXO and Odyssey used their 2 technology. At that point, people could make video games color and calculator information. Sorry. Sorry. As you can see on the slide, since 1983, game device screen and memory capacity have gotten bigger. The Nintendo Switch sold in 2017 2017 has the biggest capacity. Memory capacity. The memory capacity of their so far at 32 gigabytes. In addition, each time a game device is developed, it became small in size. For example, the Wii released in 26 had a height of 157 millimeter, width of 60 millimeter, and depth of 196 millimeter. The Nintendo 3DS sold after the Wii had a height of 74 millimeter, width of 134 millimeter, and depth of 21 millimeter. Smaller games device may be released in the future.
Nowadays, people often play video games. Sometimes they regard video games as work. In other words, some people play video games to get income. For example, VTubers and streamers of SNS. Also, video game conventions have been held around the world. In addition, the number of people who stream has been increasing. In short, video games are necessary for us to make our lives fun. These achievements were born from developments in machines. Machines have been supporters of people. Machines not only make our lives more convenient, but also make our lives fun. In summary, video games have developing as evolving machines. Developing machines mean our lives are more convenient and fun. We are very excited to see how the gaming equipment will evolve in the future. Nowadays, it is often said that AI technology is growing bigger and bigger. AI technology is added to video games as it develops. We think that non-player characters can express their feelings like humans. For example, anger and sadness. Also, the number of video games which use virtual reality or augmented reality is increasing. Maybe our five senses can connect to virtual reality and we can run and jump in the virtual world. That's all for our speech. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you so much, game enthusiasts. We would like to have questions from the audience. Do you have any questions?
So, まず発表してくれて本当にありがとうございました。So, thank you so much for your presentation. So I will first say, I am also a gamer fan from a very young childhood, and I grew up watching Japanese consoles like the PlayStation 2, the Nintendo. However, if you see how things are going now, the more games are developing, the more requirements of the hardware is increasing, right? So as we are going into the gaming future, what do you think, will handheld devices be the future, or will VR or computers will take on? Do you think we are heading towards the right direction? すみません、日本語の説明必要ですか？
でもそうですね。
将来にゲーム産業はどこに行くそうですか？ハンドヘルドコンソールや なんか普通に PC とかどこら辺までなんかゲーミングはもう VC バーチュアルシステム知ってますよね。なんか VC みたいにゲームの将来についてどうと思いますか？
どちらでも。
僕たちが思うのは、例えばそのベッドの上で寝たきりの人だったとしても、そういう現実世界じゃ走れない人とか、そういう人たちでもそのさっきちょっと言った通りに、ここのところで言った通りに、そのゲームの世界だったら、もしかしたらその仮想ものだけど走った感覚とか、その味とかももしかしたら分かるようになるんじゃないかなと、なってくれたらいいなと僕たちは思ってます。
Thank you so much. Regarding to the future of the gaming industries, so even for the handicapped people whose legs are not working, using game, so they can enjoy walking and running in the emulated environment. So I think that kind of future can be realized in the near future. Okay.
Hi, thank you very much. I'm also a gamer, used to be a gamer. And my question is about the price of the game. It's very expensive. That means some people may not afford. That means they cannot buy games because it's very expensive, high in price. So in that case, what may be your idea so that even the economically weak people can still enjoy games? What can be your idea?
その中古品になれば少しは安くなると思いますし、その月額でそのゲームを提供するっていう方法を取れば、その一気にたくさん支払うことはできずとも、毎回少しずつ支払うことができる人たちなら楽しめるんじゃないかとは思います。
So the answer is, so for economically weak people who cannot afford to buy such expensive games can, so,
Second-hand, basically.
Yes, can utilize the second-handed items. It will be cheaper compared with the original prices, and also they can. We can also propose the monthly subscription. So they rather than buying such a expensive game at the initial cost. So monthly subscription is an alternative idea.
Great idea. Thank you so much. It's a kind of out-of-box approach, like business model. That is good. Great answer. Thank you. Well done.
Thank you so much. So we can accept one more question. Do you have any question? Yes, please. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Yo. Okay. My question is like, I think that you interest with a lot of game, right? So my question, if you would like to develop the game, so what kind of game to help your to help your community? Like yes, you can like example one point of kind of game can help your community. Thank you.
For your community?
Yeah. If you are the developer of game, yes.
Okay.
Could you like have some project to do like to improve your community? So what kind of game like you would like to do?
Oh,
Okay,
so
I
what
just
kind
like
of-
one
okay.
small idea.
Okay.
Okay.
So what kind of
Game,
games
yeah,
like
yeah.
for your community
Yeah,
based
yeah.
on their
To help
to
yeah.
help someone? Okay. ゲームで、自分たちのコミュニティで何かこう助けるというかコミュニティをヘルプする助けるために何かこうゲームのアイデアとかありますかっていうような自分たちのコミュニティで、いや自分たち学校のところ学校生活とか自分たちの家族とか、もしゲームを作れるならどんなゲームがあったらいいと思いますかみたいな、作るというかどんなゲームがあったら自分たちのコミュニティを助けることができますか。So the game to help their community.
Yeah, yeah. Just
So,
explore one
that's the
thing,
idea.
like the
Just
environment
example.
or something. Yeah, like that.
なんかヘルなんですかね。大丈夫。
その現実世界でその体型とかに悩んでる人、もう世に出てますけど、その運動と一緒に楽しめる系のリングフィットアドベンチャーみたいなそういうゲームがあったらいいし、あとは僕自身がそのゲームを通して知り合った友達にその精神的な悩みを助けてもらった経験もあるので、そうやって自分の心の悩みが何かネタとして扱えるゲームが生まれたら、そのコミュニティの中でもその関係がよりコミュニティが強固になるかなとは思います。
Thank you so much. So I think so that kind of a game to help to solve the worries or concerns in their personal concerns can be resolved by the game environment. For example, so the people who has worries about the body weight and the body shape of their body, so can share their worries, and others can suggest or give a solution, advice in the game environment. So that kind of the community, that kind of a game can be the solution. What to say? It's a useful tool for the people who has their concern or worries, because he has also an experience. He has a mentally concerns, and then in the game environment, people help his concerns.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you so much. So thank you so much. Game and studioです. Okay, thank you. Yes. Okay. Once again. So next, careful. So next team is Kaho High School. The Kantetsu. Kantetsu. What does that mean? Kantetsu. Kantetsu means I think stay up late for studying, or I'm not sure. Kantetsu. I'm not sure. I will ask the meaning of kantetsu. Okay, please welcome them with a big applause. 貫徹の意味は何でしょう。徹夜のこと？貫徹の意味。そういうことか。なるほど。Sorry, 貫徹 means so their ambition, 意志なんていう意志って何 will, their will, they will, how can I say 貫徹I think their will should be
It's either the strong will to
Strong
complete
will.
things.
It's
like a determination.
Complete strong will. Thank you so much. Okay. So, contest team, are you ready? Okay. Okay, so let's start.
Hello everyone. Hello. We are the contest team who come from the science and mathematics course of Kaho High School. We will introduce the quest of science and mathematics course of Kaho High School in this order. Please listen to the end. First, the questions of the science and mathematics activities where we found questions from our daily lives and solve them through experiments. In this year, we did research in math. We did research questions in math, physics, chemistry, and biology in 6 teams. Today, we will introduce the research of chemistry B. Stay cool in the summer with solution heat.
Solution heat is heat that substances absorb when they become liquid. Decrystallization is a way of extracting solid from liquid that dissolves the solid. Sublimation is that substances bury gas from solid. By the way, everyone, did you feel hot last summer? It was very hot in this summer because the extremely hot days continued. An extremely hot day is a day when the maximum temperature exceeds 35 degrees. Did you use your air conditioner many times compared to the year before? However, the use of air conditioner has bad impact on the environment. Thus, we wanted to lower the room temperature by using solution heat and reuse the products of pyrolysis in order to decrease the bad impact on the environment. We proceeded to research based on solution heat. Solution heat is practical because it is not harmful and a bad odor doesn't occur. The hypothesis of this research is that endomorphic reactions make room temperatures lower. First, we do research like this as a preliminary experiment. We got the results in this graph. Moreover, we found this crystal after 4 months after this experiment. We used ammonium nitrate and urea. However, this crystal did not set. Also, this crystal vanished after a week.
As a consideration, we think the crystal sublimated into gas because this crystal is urea, which has sublimation. We then performed the same experiment with sodium bicarbonate and steric acid as in the preliminary experiment. The graph shows that the solution of sodium bicarbonate and steric acid in a ratio of 1:1 had the highest cooling effect, which was sustained even after 20 minutes. Sodium citrate was obtained by decrystallization, and we dissolved again. The water temperature remained constant. Consideration. Based on the result of the experiment, we believe that decrystallized sodium citrate plus water cannot be reused because the heat of dissolution of sodium citrate is different from that of the original experiment.
Next, we thought that the crystals could be extracted from the solution of a commercially available instant coolant after the reaction to obtain the cooling effect. Dissolve the decrystallized material in water and investigate whether a cooling effect can be obtained. The experimental method is shown here. The temperature change from 0 to 30 seconds was the largest when the third decrystallized crystal was dissolved in water. However, the temperature change from 0 seconds to 1 hour decreased as the number of decrystallization increased, except for the data from the second recrystallization day. The mass of substance increased with each recrystallization. Consideration: the cooling effect is expected to continue, even if the number of recrystallizations is repeated. The crystal formed after dissolving the raw material in water are considered to be a new substance formed by the reaction of urea and water. Furthermore, since the mass of the substance increased each time it was reconstituted, it is thought that the mass of the substance increased due to the association of urea with water molecules in the solution. The recrystallization rate exceeded 100% due to the increase in mass.
We have two future outlooks. First, we want to find a combination of substances in which the endothermic reaction is more active than that urea and water. Second, we want to compare the cost of using an air conditioner to instant coolant to investigate which one can save more money. We will plan this experiment to investigate our second outlook, comparing the cost of using an air conditioner to instant coolant. It covers the temperature that people feel cool in experiment 2. So we need to find a ratio of water and urea that becomes an appropriate temperature at which people feel cool. This is said to be 25 to 28 degrees in summer and 18 to 21 degrees in winter. In addition, we need to examine the change in temperature caused by reaction in the atmosphere because we had reaction in solution in all experiments. With a bath and heat insulating device, we will experiment using the ratio that we found in number 1. We will compare the volume ratio of the insulation device and the classroom to find the mass and amount actually needed. We will operate an air conditioner matching the set temperature to the change temperature of number 2 and check the time and cost. Then, we will consider effects in economical and environmental aspects. This is our research. Thank you for listening.
Thank you so much for the presentation. Very scientifically, yes, you conducted the experiment. Thank you so much. Is there any question from the audience? Okay, yeah, please. Martin, yeah, please.
Thank you very much for your presentation. Really interesting to understand the science behind. I have one question. How can it be applied if I want to use it? How can I use it? Yeah.
Sorry?
How can I use this kind of prototype, or how can I apply it to make it cooler?
Thank you. この実験はどうやって使うことができますかっていうエンドユーザー。日本語でもいいです。
例えば、その尿素と水を反応させたバットを教室の 後ろの方に置いて、でそれで扇風機を使って風に乗せてその冷気を循環させることでエアコンを使わずに教室の温度を下げることができるのではないかと考えています。
So thank you so much. So it's we have an idea. So the result of the experiment, we can place the tray, mix the urea and the water. So it will create the cooler air. So cooler air, we can use the fan, and then it will be the cooling fan. The cooling fan air will create. So in the classroom. So and that in that way we can decrease the temperature of the in the classroom. So we can save the energy of air conditioning.
面白い。ありがとうございます。
ありがとうございます。
Nice idea. So, do you have any questions?
What's the difference? What's the difference of effect? Urea dissolve in water and Quensan.
Citric acid.
Citric acid and 炭酸水素ナトリウム
Sodium bicarbonate.
Sodium bicarbonate. What do you think? クエン酸と炭酸水素ナトリウムの反応で吸熱反応が起こる時の吸熱の差と、尿素が水に融解する時の吸熱のエネルギー収支についてなぜその差が起こるの差の要因。
The question is what the difference of the effect of the なんだっけSo the different the different material, yeah.
クエン酸と炭酸水素ナトリウムの反応は、1回目の吸熱はその化学反応によって起こった反応なんですけど、その再結晶してできた物質がもう別の物質に変わってて、それを水と反応させても何も吸熱反応が起こらなかったから、あまりこのグラフにあるように温度変化が見られなかったんですけど、尿素と水を反応させた時にできたのは尿素と水を反応させた物質を再結晶させた時にできたのがまた尿素であったから、その尿素と水を、もう一度反応させても同じような吸熱反応が見られたため、このような差が生まれているのだと考えています。
The first experiment, so they observe from their observation. So once the reaction of the なんていうんだっけit's the material. So first, after the reaction of the chemical reaction, so we observed no effect. So but after that, so the more なんだっけ要素なんて言うんだっけurea and water mixed the chemical reaction. They observed the effect. So they found from their observation and findings. So we found the difference. Is it okay? Thank you.
Do you still have time?
Yes,
do you still have
we
time?
have a few minutes.
Okay. Thank you very much. I liked it again. And I think this question may be to the teacher. Where's the... So, for example, I really liked this experiment. But I think it can be fantastic if the people outside of this classroom or the country can repeat the similar experiment, because it is our issue and also their issues too. So in that case, if the many high school students in foreign countries can have an inspiration, okay, so this is how we can cool the air. So can they have their own idea? So that's the doubt. So now my question, is it okay, it is preferred to publish this kind of presentation or experiment using YouTube or TikTok, so that the many other students in foreign countries may be inspired to try their own experiment using their method? So it's more can we broaden the idea by sharing this video?
Okay, thank you so much. So do you ですね、この結果を他の人たちに共有する、例えば YouTube とかで共有して、成果を共有して皆さんの分かったことを共有することはいいことと思いますかっていうような、いいことっていうか したいですか、どうですか。出版、例えばどういう論文とかに出版したいのか、あるいはSNS で広めるか、どういうふうにお考えですか。この結果をどうやって広める。
If we have opportunity, we want to try it. そして、次の理数科の1年生に託してもっとこの研究を深めていってほしいなと思っています。
So we would like to share this result with the younger juniors in our high school and other people also. So we would like to utilize this result and then deepen the understanding of our finding and the research.
Great answer. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So I have one quick question. So do you inspired some tips or research idea using some YouTube or other resources or textbook? What is the resources? どの動機というかどんな参考文献からこの
自分たちの2個上の先輩だから、一昨年からずっとこの研究が受け継がれてきて、自分たちもその先輩方がやってきた研究を受け継いで研究していきたいなと思ってこの研究をしました。
So thank you so much. They decided to conduct this experiment because they are senior students. Also conduct this research. So we would like to. So they decided to continue the experiment again by themselves. So that is the answer. Okay. Thank you so much. So thank you so much again. So. Okay. Thank you for your wonderful presentation. Okay. Next we would like to